This is a study skills podcast for Fortismere School. Podcast 5. Using independent study periods effectively. You will have 5 hours a week of contact time for each of your A-level subjects. In addition to this, you will have around 5 hours a week of independent study time on your timetable. Exam boards suggest that you ought to be spending around 4 hours a week per subject on independent study. This means you will need to find around 16 hours a week to carry out independent study for your A-levels. This independent study time is not an optional extra. If you wish to succeed at A-level, this independent study time is vital. How can you best use your independent study periods to ensure success at A-level? Where to study? To make your independent study effective, you will need to find somewhere to study that is available. There is no point planning to work in a classroom that is in frequent use by others. Free from interruptions and distractions. If you want to be able to concentrate on your work, you must find somewhere with an atmosphere that helps you focus. Avoid noisy and busy areas of the school. Has all the materials you need? Plan ahead. What resources will you need to be able to carry out your independent study? Do you need access to computers or books? Would it help to work somewhere with others who are studying your subject? Has a large enough desk or table? If you can spread out everything you need, you won't waste time moving things around. Has a comfortable chair? You may need to be working for an hour or more. It's helpful to be as comfortable as possible. Has enough light? Straining to see will make study much harder. Has a comfortable temperature? Being too warm or too cold will affect your focus when you are studying. When to study? Although you will have a certain amount of independent study time timetabled for you, it's still useful to be able to identify specific times when you will study as effectively as possible. Study when you're likely to feel energetic. There's no point sitting down to study if you're feeling drowsy. Use daylight hours. Research has shown that 60 minutes of study during daylight hours is the equivalent of 90 minutes of study in the evening or at night. Study as soon as possible after a lesson. You'll remember and understand more if you review and further research the topic straight after class. Study for specific blocks of time. Find a block of time that works for you, whether it's 30 minutes or an hour. Remember to work regular breaks into these study blocks. Make studying a regular part of your schedule. Independent study must become part of your routine. Once you find a schedule that works, stick to it. You may not feel like studying, but habit will help you settle down. Have a plan for each study period. Be specific and plan ahead. Know what you need to accomplish by the end of the study period. Start bigger assignments ahead of time. Cramming and rushing will lead to poor quality work. Use your time effectively. Prioritize. Have a clear sense of what you need to do and what the priorities are. Study smart. It can be hard to concentrate on studying, particularly when you are taking responsibility for it by yourself. The key to effective independent study isn't cramming or studying longer, but studying smarter. You can do this by following the following study habits. Approaching your study. Don't see independent study as necessary, but as an opportunity to explore a subject you enjoy. Aim to think positively. Remind yourself of your skills and abilities. Avoid catastrophic thinking. Don't focus on the negative. Avoid absolute thinking. Instead of thinking, I always mess things up, ask yourself how you could improve next time. Avoid comparing yourself with others. Focus on your own work and your own goals. Have everything you need and nothing you don't. You will need that handout or exam paper. Bringing your phone or laptop may lead to distraction. You don't need to update your Facebook status every 5 minutes, nor do you need to keep checking that eBay bid. Review your class notes. Create a standard outline format that will help you boil information down to its basic components. Creating an outline of your notes will be really helpful when you come to revise for exams. Use memory games, mnemonics. Mnemonics are methods for remembering information using a simple association of common words. Create a sentence that is easy to remember, where the first letter of each word is used to stand for a key idea you have to remember. For example, to remember the 4 points of the compass, north, east, south, and west, you could use the mnemonic, never eat shredded wheat. Practice by yourself or with friends. Reading your notes out loud can help highlight areas that you understand and those that you may not be so sure about. Discussing your work with others can also help you study more effectively. Keep healthy and balanced. Don't spend all of your time studying. It's important to have a balance in your life. Spend time with your friends and family. Follow your outside interests and take time to rest. Make sure you are staying healthy. Eat regular meals and take exercise whenever you can. Be very clear what is expected of you. Different subjects and different teachers will have different expectations. Make sure you know what you need to achieve in your independent study for each subject. Ask for advice and help throughout your A-level study. Just because you are studying independently, it doesn't mean you're on your own. Don't forget that independent study is not just about passing an exam. You have chosen your A-level subjects because you care about them. See your independent study as a great opportunity to explore these subjects in more depth.